It all comes down
You
to...
just take in the 15s for a second. Thanks.
This is another one of those situations where the great players always get this decision right. And, you know, you never know why, but they do. It's, because it's so marginal, this one.
Pull in.
Ren Stalin.
I'll call him.
Anna called.
And he's called straight away.
These two playing for basically half the chips on the table. There's very little between them. I think Dave Phinney has a few more chips, so it's Mahoney all in. But the winner of this pot, very strong to go forward to the heads-up stage. And O'Mahony's ahead with the ace.
And he's still ahead with the ace, and there's nothing there at all. Nothing for Dave Phinney.
Dave Phinney called that very quickly, and now he's calling for a jack or a king.
One card to go.
Oh,
Sorry.
Cruel.
It should be 133.
Completely cruel.
He's covered me.
that's the end.
That's the sad end for Dennis O'Mahony, who has played fabulous poker here, and one card on the river, one of a possible 6 cards, sends him down the road. Tragedy.
It's 10, 20. Yeah, it's got you in. Yeah. You're going to have a break.
Poker, a cruel game. Yes, it is. O'Mahony made the raise, got the call, was ahead. Jack on the river gives Dave Phinney 2 pair. We're head up.
Well, Dennis, commiserations. For most of that game, it seemed you were just playing flawless poker. One hand came up, a big one against Peter, though, with the Queen-8.
Yeah, he hadn't been betting them out strong all night, and I felt I was trapping him. He was trapping me in hindsight, but what can I do? I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, if I take him out, I've got most of the chips, and it seemed like everybody was waiting for me to knock people out, and didn't want to do battle themselves.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Pepe the Dog. Jesse, we're two-handed, but we're full-poured.
Is it head-to-head or 2-on-1? And looking at the head-to-head statistics, Dave Phinney with a slight edge over Peter Gialis. But both of them have claims to be here. How do you think it's going to go here?
Well, I'd be expecting Peter to make his big move, the move that he knows to make, which is to shove them all in when he gets something. I think Dave will be more subtle in his play, and he'll try and outplay Peter after the flop. But this is heads up, and it could go either way, Jesse. I can't call it.
You know, I mean, Peter, with Pepe the Dog, he's obviously a bit of humor here, but he's doing well to sort of shield the fact that he's played some very good poker tonight. Now, it hasn't been so subtle. It's been a little bit about the hammer strike, but he's picked his spots well, Peter has, and you know, in a head-up spot, this bash and bam.
Call.
There's nothing wrong with it, is there?
No, no. If he picks his spot one more time, it could be the spot in the semi-final for him.
Although blinds 7 and 15 now. There is a bit of play. Only 30,000 in the pot before the flop in an unraised pot. And you have to fancy that Dave Phinney.
Check, check, both checked.
Able to win the pots where no one's got nothing. Although if it comes at 10, they'll both have a straight here.
Well, they've both made top pair now with the jack.
Ooh, this is deadly for Phinney. It's so rare to have top pair head up and be losing, but this is the story.
30,000.
He could come over the top here.
Call.
And he just calls.
Here's the river. Finney needs a 7. That's his only out, actually. Anything else? 9, for instance. And Jalis's kicker plays.
Check.
Well, that pot could have been
I've
a
only seen
lot
one card,
bigger.
and that's a jack. So I ain't got a clue what my kicker is.
Do you think that was a wind-up, Jesse? I mean, how can you not know what your kicker is when your head's up?
Yeah, they're only playing for entrance into
Well,
the
come out first,
$360,000 prize pool. But I don't know. I
called the stunt by seeing the one card, and hopefully you've noticed I've only looked at one.
I think he was serious.
I think he was too.
I just don't think he has it in him to pretend about that. Something like that. And that may have been why he checked on the river. But it's so interesting to see how, with Dennis O'Mahony gone, how much the whole tenor of the game has changed. Both these guys have drifted into, I think, their natural rhythm, which is to try and see every card before making a serious decision.
Yes, Dennis said in his interview with you, Jesse, that he felt he was having to make all of the play, and he was